Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. We're here for our WCW Nitro episode 7 and 8 reaction. Um, as you guys know, we've done this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tonight's six. Yeah, tonight's 7 and 8, and then next Monday will
Mm-hmm.
be the Halloween half. We're going in chronological order. Um, if you guys like to join us, you can go under Peacock. Um, and go to the WCW Nitros, and we'll be doing 7 and then 8. And if you guys would like to know what time step we're at, you just ask, and then we'll tell you what we're at. If you don't have Peacock, maybe I say this every time, but maybe you'll find it on YouTube. I don't know. Um,
I mean, I think you'll find some matches, but they'll be like in horrible quality, and you'll probably get little bits of the match. You won't get the whole
yeah,
match.
but yeah, episode 7. Uh, it's got a Ric Flair on the cover.
Yeah,
All right, I'm gonna press play.
The road to Halloween Havoc. Of course, we got a
So
commercial first.
yeah, I was about to say that. Well, I don't have a
oh,
commercial. I did, and then I didn't. It was starting a commercial, then you just stopped, and then went to the
went right into the show.
a commercial was playing for a few seconds, and then in the middle of the commercial, just stopped and went to the show.
Huh. So what time step are you on the show? Did it?
I just paused it until you were ready.
All right, I'm ready. I'm
All
about to
right,
go into the intro.
I'm pressing play. Curious to see what Mongo McMichael's dog's wearing this time, because last time he's wearing a football helmet. Well,
Yeah, I gotta admit that was pretty cute. That was pretty cute.
and this goes on for his entire WCW run.
hmm
I
And
don't
I'm a
know.
sucker for chihuahuas in cute little hats and coats and stuff. I'm a sucker for that. I love it. I mean, you can't lie about the production, man. They had some of the best production back then.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want to admit this, but WCW is the one who made the pyro as big as it is. Like WWE never had pyro until WCW started it.
True. That's very true. And
Uh,
things they would use it off and on, but it wouldn't be
yeah,
as over the top as WCW made it.
like once WCW was kicking their ass in the ratings, then they changed the setup and they started doing pyro every week. Then
Yeah, having fire on the stage. Yeah,
yeah,
with the missiles coming down and the stage explodes. That was cool.
yeah, he got it worse.
Yeah, the alien the alien what do they call those antlers? No, antler deers have antlers. The alien.
WCW Pro. I wish they had some of the stuff on Peacock. 'Cause there's some stuff like this they don't have on there for some reason.
Yeah. Do they like WCW Worldwide? That was a show too. That was
Yeah,
also on syndication.
like there's a lot of WCW program that they don't like. They have Nitro and pay per views and um, Thun- Thunder, Thunder, uh,
Yeah.
that show. I never
I
really
mean that.
watched. I never really watched it, so I can't say. But from the stuff I've heard, it's one of the worst shows in
it's
wrestling history.
dude. It was not. It wasn't really that. It wasn't good at all. Really. I mean, like okay, if it was for Thunder, people probably wouldn't know who AJ Styles was. 'Cause AJ Styles was
Yeah.
on Thunder like once, I think, maybe twice. Um, but
But
like
do you think that
the show as a whole, it sucked.
do you think that Thunder is kind of like Rampage?
No, no, It's totally
I don't
different. I
think.
think it's still because the thing is, I think Thunder sucked. Rampage is awesome.
I,
Rampage has it. It's Rampage still has those compelling stories that you do care about. They may be like what people will call the B team of the whole thing. But I think like WWE has Raw and they have SmackDown. I think that Rampage is the SmackDown and
yeah,
Raw
I see.
and Dynamite is like the main show where the stories progress and Rampage. You can also have the stories progress there and also create new stories, and then you can bring people out there that people may not never seen on television applying their
Yeah,
trade. You know, and I think yeah, it's totally different from Thunder. I think.
I don't agree with that, but I see people put that on Facebook and stuff that it's the remake of. But see, I never watched Thunder, so like the only things I know about is AJ. That's when AJ Styles really took well, he didn't really take off in WCW because they went out of business.
Hmm.
But that's when that's the only thing memorable I remember about that whole entire show.
That's not the first time I've seen AJ Styles was on Thunder. Like the very first time I ever heard of him was there. And a lot of
Trying to
people
be
don't even
bad.
know that he was in WCW for like a little
Yeah,
spell, but he
he
was
was in
there.
he was in WWE for was it Sunday Night Heat or Velocity?
Yeah, I think it was Velocity.
Is that gonna be it already?
That's it.
I
Look at
swear he ain't cover.
nope.
He should have covered that. That's stupid.
And the thing is, back in the day, DDP was such a goofy ass heel. It wasn't until he went face until people actually started getting like being like, okay, this dude's pretty awesome.
He ain't gonna he ain't gonna do it.
Well,
Yes.
I don't understand the bell going. Okay, was that even a match? That was not even a match.
Why you stupid? That was a joke. That was a joke. That's stupid. Whoever came up with that.
That's the thing. People forget that DDP was a pretty effective heel. He could
He
piss
just
people off.
he just did that one move and then that was it. And then you'd think he would have kicked out after all that showboating and stuff. He took so long to pin him.
He cut
I
on
don't know.
himself. Self high five. Look at Kimberly trying to put her best Elizabeth uh, acting portrayal on. Like she's Elizabeth and he's Macho Man.
I do remember at Halloween Havoc that Johnny B. Bad and DGP had a very good match.
Yeah.
Like they had a lot of good matches, but the Halloween Havoc one really stood out of them all. Crispin Ball versus Eddie Guerrero. Again, the commercial now I know. Yep. Uh, Caleb Conley, thanks for watching. Uh,
Hey, once again, thanks for tuning
uh,
in.
if he comes back, it might be tonight. They're in Cleveland, Ohio, and that's where he's from.
That's what I'm
So,
thinking too, dude. That's a perfect time to bring him back.
and then the main
And
event
like,
tonight, and then the main event tonight is Ciampa versus Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. So,
exactly, it's pretty exciting though. I mean, because you could see a bit of
yeah.
a reuniting of DIY. I mean, it's possible.
See, they brought back. I'll always call him Killer Cross. What's his name? Karrion Cross. I'll never get used to that name from. I know Killer Cross from Impact. That's where I knew
Right.
him from. I'll never call him something else. Like that's like Randy Orton going to AEW and being called something else. I'll never
Hmm.
call Randy Orton anything else besides Randy Orton. But he came back on SmackDown last Friday And like that's just in 1 week. Triple H was able to bring him back.
Yeah. I mean, Triple H has been cleaning house lately, and I mean,
Yeah,
in the last few weeks, I mean, we've seen huge changes.
he John Laurinaitis got fired today. I'm not surprised by that either.
No, not at all.
I'm surprised he wasn't fired even before that.
Is
Before,
Kevin Dunn still there?
yeah, but I hope he's the next one. Why? There's a lot of dorky kids with glasses in the front row. Dave Pinzer.
Oh, this is gonna be a great match. I totally forgot about this match. Eddie Guerrero versus Chris Benoit on Nitro. I totally forgot about this match. This is
This is
gonna
when
be awesome.
Chris Benoit was coming out of New Japan,
Yeah.
or
Yep.
maybe I don't know, but around this time he was in New Japan.
He was the Pegasus Kid, I believe, in New Japan.
The Canadian Crippler. You say that now, they'll go put that on Facebook. They'll go on, go on. People will go off on you for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa. Look at this, man. This is like the blueprint right here. Like what we're seeing today in wrestling, they got it from these two and people before them.
yeah, they still got good chemistry.
Yeah. And in reality, Eddie and Chris, they were like best friends. Like really, like for real, they were like best friends. Oh, Eddie caught him. See, you see that? And that's the thing. How do you do that without breaking your arms? Swinging on the
Yeah,
ropes like that. I mean, you have to. You have to. It takes work. It takes a lot of practice to get those. You can't just jump in there and just do that stuff. A lot of people think you can just do
no.
that, and I'm seeing people just go in there and try to do it and then end up messing themselves up.
Oh, I've seen that before. Like when I was training, that there was one guy. He totally kayfabe. He believed it all. He got in that ring. He don't even know what he's doing. He gets in the top rope, like they're trying to explain something to him. He gets in the top rope and jumps and literally hurts the man
Ugh.
because he didn't know what he was doing. Then he started to actually try to hit someone because he full kayfabe. He thinks he, he never heard of the internet. He don't know.
So he thinks it's all real.
Yeah, he came in there swinging at someone. Eventually, he learned somewhat of it, but I don't know whatever happened to him.
Jeez.
I don't know. I don't know what happened. That's dangerous too, having someone like that.
Yeah, I mean, like, and the thing is, like, you walk in there with that attitude, and with the wrong trainer, the trainer's gonna mess you up.
Like he was doing it to like a well down here is uh he was on Memphis. Well, not on Memphis. Well, it was like the new Memphis wrestling they had, but he's he's not a big name, but around here he
Mhm.
is. But he went up there and tried to do a swan tom and almost landed on his head and then hurt him in the process. And then
So he thinks because he saw it on TV, I'm gonna do that too.
he then we were trying to do a little chain wrestling because that's the easiest starting out.
Mm.
And he tries to well, luckily I ducked out the way, but he's trying to do a cross body or something. And then
Oh,
like you're hurting yourself more than hurting anyone. Well, the first time he really hurt that guy, but like you're hurting yourself doing all this and you don't even know what you're doing.
right. I mean, the
And,
thing is
like,
that if you're doing all that, I mean, that you have no business in the ring if you're not gonna, you know, be mindful of if what you're doing. How you gonna watch somebody else in the ring?
he I don't know whatever happened to him. He probably found out the hard way.
Oh, look at this, man. A tilt-a-whirl reversal into an arm drag.
Well, that was good. I don't know who's going to win this. I honestly feel like no one's going to win. Someone's going to interfere.
Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like,
Like
it's
this is
too
a
good of a match. Somebody's
yeah.
gonna come in there and mess it up.
I won't be surprised. Well, Chris Benoit hasn't done anything with the Horsemen yet, so
Not
I don't
yet.
think that would. I don't know. Like here, like on some of these, when it's a good match, someone comes out.
Man, this is a really good match. I totally forgot how awesome this match was. Yeah, the thing is, this isn't the first time they've battled each other in the ring. I mean, they've done it in Japan numerous amount of times. Eddie Guerrero was a tiger. One of the tiger. I forget what color, but he was a tiger mask, and Benoit was Pegasus Kid.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that body slam! That snap body slam. Nobody does that anymore.
No. No, you won't see that anymore. Dude's flipping him off in the crowd.
Yeah.
I wonder if fans knew who Chris Benoit was because he was freshly cut. Well, back then there was no internet or
All
like
right.
wasn't no way to see like other promotions out there besides what you see
Like
a
tape
commercial.
trading and stuff.
Yeah, like for maybe during that time WWE and WCW, maybe ECW, but
Mm-hmm.
like, you couldn't find like you know someone like Ring of Honor or New Japan or
Right.
like
Like
you have to
you had to know friends that had tapes of it back
yeah
then. That
like your friend will have to know a friend, his friend knows someone, his friend knows someone.
yeah.
But I wonder if these fans actually knew who Chris Benoit was, or was he a
I th-
newcomer to them?
I think for a lot of fans watching, like as far as WCW, that was the first time they ever seen Chris Benoit.
Because like they even mentioned it on commentary that he was from New Japan,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, like he was in
oh,
Calgary, um, or
that move right there,
Stampede Wrestling, excuse me,
the move that
Stampede, and yeah,
Eddie Guerrero just did on Chris Benoit, Shinsuke did the same thing to John Cena, but when he did it, John Cena
yeah.
landed on his head. He did a little bit different. Shinsuke did a little bit different, but it's kind of the same.
That was
Um,
hard to watch too. I remember watching that, and John landed right on the back of his head. I thought his neck was broken whenever that first happened. I thought he was not going to get up, but he got up and like if you watch the end of that match, Shinsuke goes to him and says, "I'm sorry," and John Cena, being the cool dude that he is, he's like, "It's all right, it's cool."
oh,
Look at this,
what a
man.
power bomb! Now it's gotta hurt.
Uh oh,
No,
this is the same hand. Oh, full Nelson suplex. What a match, dude. I was saying, man, Chris Benoit and Eddie Guerrero, they used to have some awesome matches.
oh,
Like, you couldn't walk away from those matches. You had to sit down to see who's going to win those damn things.
well, Chris Benoit picks up the win. like right when he got the win, a bunch of kids just ran. You see that? Like they
Yeah.
just ran to the barricade. I bet then they were way back on that. Now you can't. You have all
Oh,
those
you can't
kids.
do that now.
I like the
That was
lighting.
so well done. A full Nelson suplex.
That
I guess that's what you would call it.
this match is probably gonna be the best match of the night. I don't know. It's definitely better than the first match, but like that's probably gonna be one of the best episodes. One of the best matches on this episode.
Yeah, definitely.
This is where
And
they're gonna introduce the cruiserweight championship.
see, that's one thing that I did really admire about WCW back then is that they put a spotlight on cruiserweights.
Yeah,
At the time, they totally did that. Whereas
actually,
WWE, WWF, at the time, they kind of they made it into a joke. But WCW, they made that like prestigious. They made it legitimate. Like, hey, this is important. Cruiserweights are important, and that's what I thought was pretty cool about WCW at the time. One of the
I
things.
I kind of like when they did the cruiserweight classic. Then they had two of them live. Now
Yeah.
towards the end, they done demolished it by releasing so many people. But uh, I actually liked two of live when it first started. Tony Nese, Jack Gallagher, Siddiq. Yeah, call WCW hotline calls costs $1.49 an hour. Kids must have
1-900-909-9900.
thing that my friend he must have called that thing over and over to be up to $200, $300. But he didn't even pay attention to what it said. Probably he just called it.
Yeah,
They don't have those things anymore.
right.
If you're going to interact with the wrestler, they'll tweet you back on Twitter or in person. There's really no need for a hotline now since you got social media and stuff.
That's true. Kind of makes it obsolete. Plus, you got Cameo and everything too.
Yeah, there's a lot more ways to interact with wrestlers now.
Yeah,
Maybe too much for some fans.
I mean, because they can take advantage of that. They can go to the extremes. Some fans, I've
No,
seen it happen.
I don't like Hulk Hogan really, but I heard him talking on this one thing, and he was eating somewhere, and then this fan comes out and then wants a picture, and then the guy's smoking, and then his cigarette fell in his suit, and
I
then
mean,
Hogan said he lost his cool, and
I would too. Who would blame him? I mean, I'm not a fan of his either, but I would lose
that's
my
just
cool if somebody did that to me.
yeah, crowds behind Hogan. Have you guys heard about TK? No, I haven't heard anything about that. Mario.
What's going on?
I never. The only thing I've heard is some stuff that I don't know if it's true or not. Some people saying it's fake. Some I don't know, but him being like very, very, very unprofessional with his wrestlers and stuff, and like Vince, like Vince McMahon would blast people on commentary for messing up stuff. They said that Tony Khan's
Hmm.
way Tony Khan's way worse than Vince McMahon ever was. But
I don't believe he's as bad as Vince was.
I don't know who's reporting all this, but I guess that's what he's meaning. Whoever commented that. Besides that,
I mean, by and large, from all I've been hearing and everything, I mean, I've always heard that he was a pleasure to work with, and he was always kind of flexible to
and
what
then And then of
wrestlers
course,
wanted to do as far as storylines and stuff.
someone throws out that since Triple H is back in charge, that Andrade and Malachi and all them are trying to find a way to get out to go back to WWE. I don't know who's reporting this, like, because I seen Ross, he reports a lot of accurate stuff. He said it's not true, so
I
I
mean,
don't. It's hard, I I don't know what's true and what's false out of that.
I think first off, there are contracts
Yeah,
that are in place, so they can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna find a way to get out of here.
they
I
get
mean,
fired or released or
right? And if there are any people trying to get back into the WWE, that's probably the ones that really aren't that don't really have any work right now, as far as you know, you seeing them on TV every week, you know. But I don't know. I think as far as the AEW, I mean,
there's something going on with Jonathan Gresham to cuss Tony Khan out. So
yeah,
then
that's something. That's something to think about right there. Now
and then
think if Grisham went to WWE, he would be huge.
like all of a sudden they have he the talent relations gets tightened more up. Since then, all of a sudden they sign more people to that department, which is, I don't know
Uh-huh.
why they didn't have that to begin with, but because Tony's only one person,
Right.
but I don't know. I don't I don't know whether to believe that stuff or not because 9 times out of 10 it could be fake.
Yeah.
Someone just trying to start a rumor to get it something buzzing.
That's the business. It's all a work. So you don't really know what to
Yeah,
believe until you actually know the cold hard facts about certain things.
yeah. There's a lot of people who jump to conclusion. Then Hacksaw and Ming.
Hmm.
Okay, I don't. I like Hacksaw.
Yeah, I just heard about that. He has a clean bill of health as far as cancer. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, that was his second time having it.
He's a
Hopefully,
he's a tough SOB right there.
the
Six
quit
oh
showing,
five. I
quit
always wonder
showing.
why. Oh, go ahead.
Like I hate when they show this because I can't watch them. But like it looks good though, the cards and stuff. And like when they show
Yeah.
highlights of it, the setup looks good. Yeah, I always wonder why they did 6:05. Like, what's the difference 5 minutes later from six?
I
You're
never
kind of
got that.
you're kind of cheating yourself out of more TV time by doing that extra 5 minutes. I don't know how that was back then. Why they did that because you don't see that anymore.
No, you don't. And that was I think that was only with I think that was really only with WCW Saturday night. Like there was never really any other TV shows at the time that started that started at that time. It didn't start at 6, started at 6:05. And I never got why.
Should have done 8:01. Disco Fever. Yeah, he's on.
Now, was it me or did you think it was goofy with Ming wearing the cape and the mask? I always thought that was kind of goofy on Ming,
I
but
preferred him in.
he can wear whatever the hell he wants to. You know, I'm
I
not gonna.
prefer his character in WWE a little bit better.
Yeah, he was king of the ring.
Yeah, he did a lot more in WWE. I feel like, and who's Hacksaw carrying the same gimmick over.
Did you know that he's never been a heel? He's always been a face his whole career. He's always been a
Well,
babyface. He's never had a heel turn or nothing. Well, I think in WCW he had like I think some people think it counted as a heel turn, but I don't. But there was a little part in WCW when Russo was in charge and he was like a janitor and stuff like that. And
At the very end, when they crowned it, Vince Russo as the champion and David Arquette, that's when things went downhill.
yeah,
Because like I was looking at the title history, and then David Arquette and Vince Russo popped. So like they just I ain't got to watch it. Like that just shows things were going downhill from there.
yeah. I mean, because they're trying to recreate what they did on WWF television. That's what Russo was doing. I mean, if you notice, WCW didn't have a Titantron, didn't have all that. But towards the end, they had a big Titantron. They
That's when
changed the
WWE started.
logo up. Yeah, I mean, and now keep in mind that when the Attitude Era was in swing, Vince Russo was there. So pretty much, you kind of if you really pay attention to the broadcast, you can see like Russo's kind of image put onto it as far as like his creative swing that he had. Like like I said, the Titantron. Like you watch later episodes of Nitro, they have a Titantron just like WWF at the time.
Yeah,
The stage pretty
yeah.
much looked like Raw, but it was on WCW.
And
That's when like the new blood and stuff
it
like
was
that was
it was like right around the time that they signed Vince Russo, wasn't it?
right.
He's right. Yeah, that's something you don't do. Try to change your image. I mean, sometimes it works if you're gonna do it right, but Vince Russo just, I don't. That was a big mess.
I mean, honestly, I don't really think Vince Russo cared about wrestling. I thought he saw the money in it, and in that you could, create cool stories, and that's really all he cared about was the was the money making aspect of it and creating cool stories and making trash TV. Coming because the thing is, I mean, he says that he wanted to mix a wrestling show with Jerry Springer, and that's what he did.
Um, I don't know about Vince Russo. I seen the man. Well, I never met him, but I seen him one time at a wrestling show.
Did you know he takes credit for creating The Rock?
He probably does. Or the iconic Stone Cold and Rock storyline. And
Yeah, he'll take credit for creating the whole thing, but I'm like, dude, you didn't you didn't just come up with that all on your own.
no, he probably had some input on it, but he didn't. Because you're
I
not
can
gonna tell
see,
me.
yeah,
Because you're not gonna tell me Vince didn't have nothing to do with that.
right.
Hulk Hogan.
See, this is like pre Hollywood Hogan. This was kind of like a little taste of Hollywood Hogan. I do love how the neck brace is also black too. He had to get a matching neck brace for the whole thing.
And my keyboard, whatever happened to Total Divas? I don't know what happened to that show. They probably I don't ever hear about it anymore, so they probably ended it.
I mean, I've seen a few episodes. I'm not sure what happened to it. I don't know if they're still doing it or not. I thought they had
I
like
know they
what
got
9 seasons.
yeah, I know they got that Total Bellas, but I don't know how that's supposed to work because Brian Danielson's supposed to be on there. He's with AEW, and uh,
Yeah, I mean, how can
but
you, how would that show work?
it's technically not even a WWE show because they don't even show anything on WWE really anymore. It's basically about
Hmm,
the Bellas, not about WWE. So
right.
I don't know. I haven't. I watched Total Divas. I actually enjoyed some of it, but like basically for the like behind the scene look at some of the stuff that went
Yeah, it's
on,
pretty fascinating.
everyone went off on Eva Marie.
Can you blame him?
Yeah, say that she just comes for the money, and she like Brie Bell is one who really took offense to that. I don't know what she said, but
I think if you watch that show, you get a glimpse, like you said, backstage, and you
yeah,
realize that a lot of the times, the wrestlers working for the company, they can't do what the hell they want to do. They have to have permission to do certain things. Like if they want to change a hair color or change
yeah,
up the gear or do something like that, they have to go talk to the higher ups first. They can't just say, okay, I got a good idea for my character. I'm going to do it. No,
no,
they have, yeah, you can't just,
you
they
do.
can't do that.
You tried doing it, you're gonna be well. You probably will be fired or something.
Yeah. Like,
Especially,
like when
I,
Naomi did that whole thing with her belt, she got in trouble for that. A lot of people don't know she got in trouble for creating the glow belt, but she got in huge trouble for it.
I remember when Lana and Dolph Ziggler had that storyline, and then her and Miro or Rusev didn't they get engaged, and that just ruined the whole
Hmm.
story. That ruined the whole storyline there.
Yeah.
And
But the thing is that you can't really keep that thing. You can't keep those kind of things from wrestling fans because we're gonna find out.
oh yeah,
We're
that
gonna we're gonna figure out what's going on.
this
Dude,
promo's
this is
going
like the
on.
longest promo,
Yeah,
dude.
so about this is going on way too long.
Like it's a 15-minute promo.
Finally, it's over.
Jeez, that was like 5 minutes.
That went way too long.
And he said nothing.
A whole bunch of nonsense about probably the same thing he said the last episode.
Yeah, he just regurgitating the same promo but doing it slower.
He shouldn't have allowed that much TV time. Like they could have had a whole another match besides the main event.
Well, the monster becomes the man. Remember that old promo for Halloween Havoc? That was like the silliest shit, but I was like, I want to watch it. I want to see it. I have a Subway commercial.
Yeah, I just got a commercial now.
I don't know, that number 6 boss looks pretty good though. I enjoy a meatball sub. You know,
Oh,
Eric Bischoff
Uvaldo.
puts on that radio voice. Welcome back. We're coming to you live.
I'm doing all right.
Hey, Everardo. Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope everything's going well.
See, I normally put on the thumbnails like the two main events for each episode, but both matches were tag matches, and both tag matches had Ric Flair in them. So I don't know how that would have worked. So
Oh, okay. I know what's going to happen. I totally forgot. I'm not going to spoil it. I do remember this match.
yeah, I think because them three's in the match, and Sting was never in the Horsemen.
No. Oh, you see the ref selling the chop? That was brilliant.
Oh,
Ric Flair, man. Yeah, he started just chopping everybody.
oh, there goes Arn Anderson.
Arn is just bumping like a madman in this match. He's barely even been in the match, and he's taking so many bumps.
Yeah, and a lot of Ric Flair matches. Well, it was a high anticipated match, like Flair and Shawn Michaels, or like a big anticipated match. The match will go slow when it first starts, but if it's not,
Yeah,
a lot of his matches like they go. He gets down to it. Like there is no wasting time. He's chopping and everything.
and I see. I
I
love what
remember,
they're doing right now. What they're doing right now is that they're letting the match breathe. They're telling a story, and the crowd's getting invested in it. Excuse me. And you see Arn cheering the crowd on. Arn's getting some energy from the crowd as they turn him on. I mean, that's great storytelling. I mean, it's like the psychology of the match is what they perfect. He was the wrong one. You
right,
notice?
yeah,
You notice what he did? You notice what Rick did?
the
He went the wrong way doing the figure four. He had to reverse himself.
he went the wrong way. Yeah. Mikey Willie, Arn Anderson's one of my favorites. Yeah, Arn Anderson had a good tag and singles run. I feel like
Yeah.
in his career. He still got it.
Him and Tully Blanchard had a tag team in the WWF, the Brainbusters. They're
Yeah,
badass too.
Arn Anderson will probably be one of the best to do a spine buster. He still got it today.
Yeah,
He still got it today. He might commercial a full match, but he can still do a spine buster.
he has that snap to it that nobody else can do. I mean, people have imitated it, but nobody can do his spine buster.
I will say Batista is pretty good. But besides Arn Anderson. But yeah, Arn Anderson is one of the best in WCW history
Oh yeah.
or wrestling history. If
Oh,
AEW would just give his son Brock Anderson some more TV time, or like he's not even on Dart really that much. They just give him more exposure. He could be up there with some of the top talent in AEW.
I agree. It just seems like it seems like he's gotten lost in the shuffle.
Like when he first debuted, him and Cody uh, were a tag team there for a little bit, and he was getting used on Dynamite and stuff. But once Cody left, that he hasn't been really used that much.
Hmm.
He's been on Dark here now and then, but
Oh.
how was Sting just coming out here? Like, did he get beat up in the back or something?
I'm not sure what the hell happened in the back to cause him to be so late.
Because like I'm just now noticing that he came real late. He got bad directions or something. Sting's got a he's clearing house now.
Shout out to the referee in this match, who was bumping like a madman. Also, he is going all over the place.
He's
Who
done.
is that? Who's the referee?
I know it's not Nick Patrick because Nick Patrick counts funny. I don't know who that is. If anyone knows in the comments what that referee's name is, let us know because he's taking more bumps than
Wow.
he's taking a lot of bumps to just be a referee in a match.
Yeah, he sold Ric Flair's chop. He didn't even get touched, but he sold it.
It was
That was brilliant.
it was another move too when Sting did something, then he fell down.
Yeah,
He's the same one like when they get on the top rope, he climbs up there with them.
yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
See, the match was too good, so it had to. The match is
And
way
that,
too good.
Ric Flair lets him do something to Sting. What's going on? What happened? They counted him out,
They,
but that
they
was a
took a
weird.
count out.
That
That
was
was
weird.
weird. Yeah,
Normally, just when it's 10,
because
you
all
just
Rick
count
had
them
to do was
out.
step in the ring.
He was already in the ring, but on the apron, but he's gonna do some. He's looking to turn on Sting or something.
Oh yeah, this is exactly what's gonna happen. That's
I
exactly what's
feel
gonna happen.
that was weird. Like 10 count, he didn't call for the bell or anything. He just.
Yeah, they're setting
I,
Sting up. They're setting Sting up for a big turn. Or as
I got
far
a
as Ric Flair, he's gonna turn on Sting, but they're setting it up huge.
I got a 59 minute. I mean a 59-second commercial. Was it 70? I got a long commercial.
Yeah, I just got back from commercial, and
I ain't never
Sting and
had.
Rick are still in the
I ain't had that long of a commercial before
ring.
on here. It's looking like.
Cleveland.
I hope this is true, but from Raw tonight,
Hmm.
looks like Ezekiel is pretty much done.
Hmm.
Like Kevin Owens and him have a storyline, and uh,
Yeah.
basically like they're writing him off TV, and Kevin Owens beat him up and like I guess put him through a table or something. Then they're coming with the stretcher and stuff. Hopefully they're writing that thing off.
Writing Ezekiel off.
Then bring back the actual Elias.
I mean, yes, I miss Elias. Elias was a good
But
character.
I know it's
The-
the same part. How are they supposed to explain his beard? Like, is this a fake beard now, or is he faking not having a beard?
I
Or
mean, with the money that the WWE has, They could put in the money to have the makeup done every week until he grows out a full beard.
Yeah, like I know some things like you could use like to make yourself bald in a movie. Like you don't have to shave your head or anything. Ex brother. How come it's only two of you in this? Normally Lane's on here with us. He wasn't able to be on. More of us were on like Wednesdays and Fridays.
Yeah,
Uh, and normally from the Mondays, it's normally two, three people, maybe sometimes four. Um, like Adam used to be on Mondays. I haven't heard from him in a while.
yeah. I mean, like we pretty much pretty much the whole thing is like we Wednesdays and Fridays are like the main shows, and like
Yeah,
the Monday reviews and the recaps and everything like that of AEW. Those are kind of side shows that
yeah,
we all put in our different time to do, and you know we're all still here on the channel, even though we may not be in
yeah,
the same video at the same time. We're all still here.
yeah. It's it's good to have a rotating um, agenda too, because you want to see like you want different faces on different stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
But yeah, Wednesdays and Fridays are the main. That's when more people are on. Not kind of backstage.
what
He
what time
he
stamp are you on now?
uh 44:56.
All right, so you're about okay. The episode's about to end.
Yeah, they're showing the recap for the next episode.
But yeah, I mean, like channel isn't going anywhere. We're all still here.
He calls him a
Just
backstab.
we just kind of take shifts doing videos and creating different things. I
Yeah.
mean, we have a lot of things coming down the line. I mean, as future
Oh yeah.
as the future goes.
Uh, I'm ready for the next one. All
All right, press and play when you're ready.
right, I'm pressing play. Episode 8.
We're going right into it. Okay, no commercials. Whew, I thought that was going to be a block of commercials before it started.
Yeah. Aiden's gonna be having his own show pretty soon. He's already got all of his scripts completed. Um, so he's on his last one. So it won't be too long before he'll have his own
Yeah, yeah. I'm actually,
episode.
I can't wait to see that, man. It
It'll be
sounds really cool what he's doing.
it'll be different of us on each time. So like it'll be him and me, or him and Mr. Jacobs, or him. It'll be someone
Yep.
different for different booking topics. We just call booking the elite. Uh, and they'll also be pre-recorded, not live taped. Of course, like reading off of a script, how he's writing the stuff, it'd be hard to not make too many mistakes on a live stream.
Hmm.
But actually, I believe that Aiden could write a wrestling show with the amount of time he puts in the writing and stuff.
Oh, definitely, I believe it too. I mean, and he has a creative spark to do it. I believe he could.
Macho Man. He's
Man, look at how loud that suit is. You got to turn that down.
This is around Halloween too,
Yep.
October '95.
Corner Parker.
The setup's very different from the last episode.
Yep.
Probably because different venue, but what happened to? I guess he and his girlfriend broke up. This guy's do you know this? Oh, he pushed him.
Yep. And Kurosawa just went right for him.
Do you know who this other guy is that's going against Randy Savage?
Yeah, Kurosawa. He's well known in Japan. I think this is like for a lot of people watching at this time. This is the first time they've seen him, but he was part of WCW for a little bit. And like one of his moves is that he would put you in this arm bar kind of situation. He would and like well as far as kayfabe, he would kayfabe break your arm. Looks vicious as hell though if you're watching. But yeah,
He was like the ultimate jobber out of anyone.
yeah. I mean, I mean, exactly. I mean, he was a jobber, but dude was tough.
Recorded. We're not pre-record like these shows were not what those will be.
No, this is
It's
pre-recorded right
technically
now.
it's technically not
We're
scripted or
live,
scripted.
pal.
Like he won't be saying things word for word from a script. It'd be like basically like there's one. I don't want to say too much, but I'll say one of them like an AEW versus WWE show, like how you would book it. So like he would go ahead and already
Yeah,
already book his like go ahead and write down whatever all his matches are, and
like think of fantasy football. It's the
yeah,
same thing, but it's with wrestling.
he's probably throwing in a bit a lot of different stuff like um, his reasoning behind each match. Uh, no, we don't spread lies. We're not that WWE is scripted, huh? They're always scripted. Like this is our real names. Our names are not being changed. We're not changing our character. You think James Ellsworth would have thrived in WCW?
I mean, could you imagine though? Could you? I mean, like, imagine in the universe where Ellsworth was in WCW. Think of a universe where that actually happened. As far as he was, as over as he was at the when he was on SmackDown with doing this whole thing with Dean Ambrose and AJ Styles. You know,
Yeah,
and see, this match is lasting a lot longer than you would think it would last.
yeah,
They see him working on that arm.
yeah. That's what that's what he's been working on this match.
Yep. I mean, that's his main thing. He wants to break people. Remember that one? That's one of the whole things about his character. I remember is that he didn't care. He would do his best to break something on you. Which
But
is
like,
thing is, if you have a heel, that's a cool characteristic to have as a heel.
but I will say about Aiden Show that he won't be reading a script like word for word what he's saying. It'd be more so like whatever the topic is, really. 'Cause
Yeah.
that'd be really, really hard to memorize a whole thing like that. And I don't see how people do that. And like even in acting, like remembering like all that what to say.
A
Like
lot of repetition.
you gotta really remember that. You gotta really. But sometimes
Well,
like movies, like they'll split it. Like they'll save one part and cut the.
yeah. I mean, well, a lot of times, I mean, they say like if you repeat something to yourself at least 4 times, it's stuck in your head and you'll remember it. So I think what a lot of it is repetition. You see, that's what I'm saying. This match is lasting a lot longer than you would think.
Has the match ended or is this?
No, it's still going.
I got a Halloween Havoc. What time stamp are you at?
Right now I'm at 716.
How did I get to? I'm way behind for some reason. How did that happen?
Probably the commercials.
All right, I got 756. Is that
756.
or eight? Oh,
All right, I'm about the same spot. Okay, I'm there now.
elbow.
S- So Macho just hit Kurosawa down and he's going to the top. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, we're good.
took him a while to beat him.
Yeah, it took him that long to get up to the top and hit the elbow.
Hmm.
Keep it playing. I'm gonna go use the bathroom right quick. Bathroom break.
All right. Oh man. Yeah, this is what I mentioned earlier. This happened. And this is what I was talking about a few weeks ago. This who is this?
This is so. The thing is that New Japan they did a lot of storytelling just like this. It seemed goofy to an American audience, but this is kind of the way that New Japan, and all Japan, they would tell stories within their kayfabe universe. Oh yeah, the Yeti, that whole. Okay, oh my God, this is so okay.
I don't know
Okay, yeah, the Yeti.
what. I don't
I
know
know
what he
you.
said.
Uh,
I can't.
Behold, one of the dumbest things that WCW has ever done.
Uh, you'd think when you'd sign Hulk Hogan in that time period, a lot of big free agents, you wouldn't do this because WWE was already doing stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, we look, look at this now, in this time, it looks really goofy. It's
But
it's
and over the
it's
next, like I say, in '96, that's when they really start making things serious with the NWO. That's when a lot of this stuff
yeah,
stops.
it became reality based
Yeah,
instead
that
of like fantasy based.
it, a lot of that started once they got Hall and Nash. It got more serious.
Yeah,
Mikey Willie. I think he needs to regroup time soon. Yeah. Um,
I
there's a lot
mean,
backstage. I don't know. I mean, yeah, some storylines could be better, but I don't think they need to completely regroup. But there is some behind the scenes stuff that needs to be taken care of.
could they use help? Sure, but I don't think it needs a whole regrouping and everything like that.
Just, just certain things, not the whole company, but
Yeah,
like, where's Malachi and Miro been at? Like, they just been doing like promo packages things. They haven't really been doing anything. Like, I know they can't be on both on Dynamite, but they could at least do something to them on Rampage. That's why you have a second show.
hmm. Kevin Sullivan while the Giant speaks. Just when the Giant's talking, Kevin Sullivan looks so bored. If you look at him, Kevin Sullivan looks like, okay. Let's just hurry up and get this done.
WCW committee.
Uh, I think this is like at the height of WCW being really goofy. I remember before that. I remember RoboCop. He came around. It was this angle with him, Sting, and I forget who else. I know he was on the spot with Sting. I forget who else was involved, but I remember RoboCop was at some point involved. Chucky was involved at one point in the story in the storyline with the Steiners.
Yeah, yeah, that Halloween Havoc match. Bobby Heenan, oh god, that thing goes so dramatic.
Yeah, and for what it was, it was like like the ending was so like
Then they kept on going over and over and over. Are
yeah,
are we having the main event? Are we having the main event? Are we having? Because it was stupid. Like they had Hogan and Paul White doing the monster truck thing, and then later on there was them going
yeah,
to a one-on-one match. Then that kept on. I kept on asking the back over and over. Are we still having the main event? Are we having the main event? Do you know? And it wasn't. It was Tony Schiavone, and like they made that like he really died.
right. And then he comes out at the end of towards the end of the show, just walks out like nothing happened, like he didn't fall off the building at all. He's fine. He just comes out the entrance, which made no in the story. Okay, you're watching as a viewer at home, watching the pay per view. You see the giant fall off a building. You're thinking, "Oh, damn! Either he's dead or something."
Yeah,
But
it
no, he
was
just walks right out like nothing happened.
some gem.
I was like, "What kind of storytelling is this?"
Yeah,
I
someone's reporting the
mean,
same.
logic
I'm sure.
says if you fall off a building, you're not gonna come walking out of a wrestling entrance like you're ready to fight.
Yeah, someone's reporting the same thing about Tony Khan, saying that in the past month, Tony Khan has become impossible for anyone to deal with. His behavior has been called unprofessional and worse than Vince McMahon in regards to how he treats people during the shows. But
Mm.
who- Steve K of Ringside News, and then this other guy with Mike Gilbert from he's with another news source said it's not true. So
I mean, I don't
I don't
think
know
it
what
could be any worse than Vince was,
I don't know what to
honestly.
I don't know what to believe out of that
I mean,
because someone
unless they work there, and they're his right hand man, and they're telling you what's going on day to day, it's hard to believe what anybody just says.
yeah, unless an anonymous wrestler says something. But at this point, I don't know what to think about that.
Now if there's a number of wrestlers, like a handful of wrestlers that say, hey, yeah, that's true, he's an asshole, then fine, maybe that's something to look into. But if there's just some fans that just don't like the company or
Yes,
shit like that, I mean, it's nothing to really care about.
that's what I feel like they're doing is just because Triple H is in controlling WWE, they're trying to stir things, saying that AEW is fixing to lose all these people, and
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, as fans, we don't know the story. We don't know what's really going on. We have our opinions, sure, but for people to spit those opinions out as if they're fact, I think that's wrong. That's not cool. Because
yeah,
then somebody will take that and run with it and think that's the gospel truth. You know, and I feel like there's nothing wrong with sharing your opinion, nothing wrong with it at all. But if you portray it as if though it's not an opinion and it's a fact when you don't know anything about what you're talking about, then yeah, you're wrong.
uh, Hogan's gonna cut another.
Yeah, he's out for more TV time.
He's already cutting a longer promo than.
The dude had a 5 minute promo. He's out for 5 more minutes. Meanwhile, he hasn't locked up at all. He hasn't stepped foot in the ring. Keeping that in mind.
Yeah,
So watching a wrestling show with a wrestler just talking and not wrestling.
but I feel like if he was being really that respectful, that a wrestler would have came out and said that.
The
But
thing is that Hulk Hogan had a lot of pull, a whole bunch of pull. So he probably was like, "Well, I'll do these promos. It's gonna lead up to the pay per view." He's probably like, "I don't want to do anything until the pay per view. I'm just gonna talk, and then once the pay per view comes, I'll get in there for the major payday."
yeah, yeah, like I think like NXT brought that back on
Yeah, they did with
AEW.
yeah, they totally did.
Mother Chuck Keith having wrestle. Hey, that would actually be pretty cool. I could see Kenny Omega reacting to Chucky.
That'll be hilarious.
I beat I BTE Kenny Omega, B&D Elite Kenny Omega, and how
Yeah.
he gets fun. He's a when he gets when he gets to his comedy set, I feel like that would be good. Hey,
I
and
mean, like for real, Kenny Omega is very comedic. He's hilarious. Like
we're
he
only
doesn't even try to be funny. He just is.
we're only a month away from Halloween, so well, no, actually 2 months. We're not in August yet. When are
Hmm.
we are in August, September.
Now, if you look at Kevin Sullivan's picture during the WCW Saturday night, you'll notice that his eyes are crossed. He's not taking any of it serious.
Yeah, see,
You notice it?
yeah.
I don't that whole Yeti thing, and I remember they kept that there the whole week until Halloween Havoc, and when he popped out at the very end of the of the damn thing,
Do you
and
know who
then him and the giant hugged each other to death, or they hugged Hulk Hogan to death.
Do you know who Dexter Loomis is?
Yes, I do know who that
He's
is.
on
He was in
NXT.
Impact, I believe.
Yeah, he got released from NXT. It looks like Triple H is interested in bringing him back.
I mean, dude, I don't know why they let him go in the first place. The character is interesting as hell. The guy is skilled in the ring. I'm not sure what the issue was really.
Remember, budget cuts.
Yeah, budget cuts. The
And
same
then
reason why they let Braun Strowman go.
and then now, how come Triple H was selling all these people back without a budget problem being the issue? There was no budget problem. There was no budget problem in the beginning. Well, I believe at first probably it was when the pandemic first started, but
Yeah,
once it kept
yeah.
but once it kept on going and going and going, then it came out of hand that how do you have your most profitable year in 2021 and you haven't released more people? That don't make any sense.
Well, shareholders also.
Yeah,
So you have to also think about shareholders, what they want to see on their television, as far as investors in the product. And if you have and if you have a big chunk of money invested in the product, then you're going to have a little sway.
I just don't believe that. I feel like that money was going to pay Vince McMahon's stuff. You know,
Well, you know what? That is
14, $14.6 million found,
that's a lot of money. That's a whole
and,
lot of money to
and that's probably not.
to
And that's
shut
probably
people
not.
up.
And that's probably not it either.
And the thing is, Vince McMahon has a history of giving hush money to people, whether
Believe
it's whether it's settlements or you know quiet meetings behind closed doors, whatever. I mean, it's well known that he's done that. So it's not surprising at the least. It's I'm not surprised at all. I'm surprised that they finally caught on to him as far
but
as
but like the
But
past the past year of 2021 showed that if Triple H is able to re-sign all these people, then there was no need for a budget cut in the last few cuts.
true, it was all because Vince didn't want that shit around, and now that he's
But
gone, he's cleaning house.
I feel like in the beginning there probably was a budget cut issue because pandemic first started in 2020 and they let a lot of people go.
Oh, I get what you're saying. So you think they were working everybody when they say it was budget cuts?
At first, I feel like it was real when the pandemic first started, and you don't have Monday Raw and SmackDown ticket sales going. All shows
Right.
are being all the shows are being canceled. Wrestling in front
Yeah.
of no first they didn't have the Thunderdome, so that eliminates a lot of revenue right there,
Hmm.
and it's eliminating merchandise sales at events. So that could be a big chunk right there, and they had to release a lot of people. But I believe in the year 2021 and a little bit of that year, there was no need for a budget cut. I believe they were just doing it because Vince didn't want them there,
Hmm.
or then
That's an
again
interesting
to,
theory.
or then
It's hard to disagree with that though.
or then again to pay off stuff. But I just don't see how Triple H is able to sign these people back, and then there's no budget cuts needed now.
Yeah, the way I see it, I mean,
I believe
what
it.
I think what they should focus on is their tag team division, both
Yeah,
women and men's. Mostly, I think that's what they need to really focus on because they really don't have any tag teams.
now they're wanting to
If you
break up
think
the Street
about it,
Profits.
yeah,
But I believe there was a problem with budget cuts at first, but in 2021 they had the most profitable year. I just don't see. I believe that
mm,
some people could have been released, but not that many people that they released.
yeah,
And for NXT, Vince was wanting to change everything that it once was. And that was
right.
by and that's what was by releasing a lot of people over there. But
I mean, because
I think Triple H is going to change NXT for the. It's not going to go back to the black and gold, but I think it'll be better.
yeah, yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I think like what's going to happen is that it's gonna progress, but it's gonna put a lot of the stuff that from the black and gold era. He's gonna put that throw some stuff from there back into the brand today. And I think if you
Yeah,
do that, I mean you won't alienate a certain portion of your audience because that's what I think they did with 2.0. When they first started 2.0, they alienated a lot of their audience. A lot
yeah.
of their audience didn't want to see that. They didn't want to watch that kind of wrestling.
I feel like
You know,
2.0 has progressed majorly in AEW than what they ever did in WWE.
yeah.
I didn't even know they existed until they came to AEW. I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch. I didn't really watch NXT to know. I mean, I know a few like right now in NXT. I know Braun Breaker,
hmm
Mandy Rose, and
The Usos' little
no.
brother, he's there
Oh
too.
yeah. I forgot about him. I don't know why he's not going by Uso. because he looks just
I
like
mean,
him.
from what I'm hearing, he's gonna be making a main roster debut in the future at some point. So,
I could see him joining Roman and him winning like United States or Intercontinental.
I mean, dude, that'd be perfect for him to join the Bloodline. That'd be like, that'd be so cool. I mean, because it will all fit. It'll be all in line. And then let's say Naomi comes back. She's in part of the bloodline by marriage, of course. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of it. The storytelling alone. I mean, and that's why I think like Roman's doing some of the best work that he's ever done, and that he's done in years. I'll put it like
And,
that.
and Roman thinks that he's the head of the table, but realistically, it's The Rock.
Right. The Rock's the one that's at the table.
That's why they got to do that match. Like, not even for the title. Like, just do the match, title regardless.
Yeah. I mean, like it's a WrestleMania match. It's a
It's,
total WrestleMania match.
but if Roman has it all the way to next WrestleMania, and of course he's going to beat The Rock because if The Rock wins it, he'll only be there once a year,
I mean, yeah. At the same time, I see The Rock putting him over as the Tribal
or
Chief,
or not unless it's not for the
or
title.
passing the torch, so to speak. The Rock giving passing the torch to Roman.
So Roman Reigns would have that belt for maybe 1,000 days.
I
He
don't
went that
see him
far.
breaking. I don't see him breaking. Bruno Sammartino's record, but he's knocking on that door.
See, Bruno Martinez was 2,500 days, 2,000. I don't think he'll. I think he'll have a great milestone, but he's not gonna. That's
Yeah.
like for him to do that. That'd be like 3 more years him being champion.
Let's see.
That,
From what I'm gathering, they either they want Cross to take one of the belts from Roman,
yeah, that's what I.
or that's what I'm thinking. Like at least one of the belts.
Yeah, that they want to, because they're planning on having a draft pretty soon, another draft. And that's when
Hmm.
Triple H is probably gonna reset everything in a way and get things straightened out. And I could see like someone from Raw beating Roman and another tag team being the Usos, and
Yeah.
those titles being taken off them. So then they have the brand split set up again. I think Roman should lose the world heavyweight and keep the Universal because the Universal is what he's had the longest reign for.
Right. I agree with that. I think he should drop the 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 WWE title to Cross and keep the Universal.
The same as the Usos, they should keep the SmackDown because they've had those titles longer than the Raw. But they're gonna have to sign some more. They're saying bringing tag teams up from NXT, but I don't know a single tag team in NXT today. Probably because I haven't watched, but
I mean, that's the thing, though. I mean, that's the issue because they have a lack of tag teams. There's
they're
a
not
huge lack of tag teams, both men and women. It's
like
like they have to create more of them.
they have no choice but to sign tag teams.
Yeah, or create or take two stars that aren't together and just put them together and create a tag team like that. I mean, but there aren't really any solid. I mean, they're not. Well, they are solid tag teams, but not a lot of solid tag teams. In the division, both men and women in the WWE, and that sucks.
See, Triple H NXT, he formed a lot of tag teams, but also had tag teams that were already together before, like
Yeah,
War. They're called the Viking Raiders now, but I'll always call them War Machine. Uh, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan wasn't always a tag team at first. They became a tag team in NXT. Same as FTR. It's hard to believe that they were not a tag team before they went to WWE. Triple H put them together,
yeah, that's true. That is true.
but those worked together. But if you're going to create a new tag team, I feel like it has to be from NXT. It's just not. Well, it depends on who the people are. Like, but I
Yeah.
feel they need more legitimate tag teams. So the Good Brothers contracts from Impact have expired. Sign
Hmm.
them. What was that team? I know they were both injury prone, but look, Authors of Pain. Um,
Yeah, Authors of Pain. Yeah.
they were very injury prone, but they wouldn't get so injured so much. But I think they would be a good tag team to bring back with Paul Ellering as their manager again.
You know what tag team I always thought was really good that people really forget about was Heavy Machinery. I always thought they were great
Yeah,
until I
Tucker and
mean
Otis.
they
Yeah.
broke up. Yeah, until they broke them up. I thought that was kind of it's something they broke them up honestly because I always enjoyed them as a team. But I mean Otis by himself, you can't deny it. The dude is entertaining.
That was a pretty good match, even though I was still watching it. But that was a really good match. Mr. Jo got his ass whooped in that match.
Yeah, yeah,
He won, but he only won because of Eddie Guerrero. But
yep.
oh, who's this? Brian Pillman.
Oh, okay.
Why is everyone sticking out? There's only technically Ric Flair hasn't joined you, so right now, so there's only two of you. So no, Bobby Heenan said he said Aaron Bischoff said that he's out cold, and then Bobby Heenan said just to get a bottle of water and
Yeah.
uh, just pour a bottle of water on him and wake him up. We got a show to do.
The show must go on at any cost.
Like during the pandemic, I swear, like if we got down to the nitty gritty, that AEW would have filmed at Matt Hardy's house, his backyard where he had his ring at, and they would have did
Hmm.
Dynamite shows there if it came to that. I think that's what they would want to do. So was WWE was wanting to do that.
Well, hell, I mean, thing is, I mean, if you put you put a wrestling show in the backyard, fans are gonna watch either way. So
But like Matt Hardy's had shows at his house before, like when he was in
yeah,
Impact. He has like a it's technically in the backyard, but he has like a building thing the rings in, and
yeah,
he's had
yeah, I've seen it.
for Impact. He's had shows there, so people know where that. Someone's got to know where that's at, and like that would be
He
bad
has his
because
own little training facility over there.
like that would be bad because like people know where Matt Hardy lives at. That would be pretty. I don't know. I don't know if I would do if I would do that. But that's what they did at the when the pandemic first started. Well, they were at David's
Yeah,
place for a few weeks, no fans, but they had to go to Georgia and they had to film like a month's worth of TV in 2 days.
damn,
So they filmed like
that's a lot of
30,
work.
30, 40 something matches in 2 days. So,
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
and during that time, there wasn't many wrestlers. They had like 20 some wrestlers to use.
Hmm.
And they only had three women wrestlers to use, and that was it. They had
Damn.
Britt Baker, Sheeta, and Penelope, and that was it. But then they were able to sign. That's when Anna Jay came along, and they had to use
Yeah.
independent women. They had no choice.
Hmm.
But during that time, they put on some pretty tough matches. Like, like of course, people had to wrestle more than once a day. So
Hmm.
I honestly don't know what their TNT Harlem Heat.
Oh, this is the main event, I believe. Lex
Yeah.
and Sting versus Harlem Heat.
I wonder why Stevie Ray never came to David at least wants to reform the Harlem Heat.
That's a good question. I mean, I don't know because that's a good question. I've always wondered that myself.
But I know Booker T broke away from him later on in WCW and he became a solos wrestler.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think a lot. I think for a lot of fans, Booker T was always the favorite. I think for a lot
Yeah.
of fans, he was kind of like the Marty Jannetty. You know what I mean when I say that.
Yeah.
He was kind
He
of like the Marty Jannetty of the whole thing, and like,
like
he
Shawn
would.
Michaels. Shawn
Yeah,
Michaels was the most popular one out of the two.
right, right.
Now the Hardys, it's hard to say. I'll I'll always say Jeff Hardy is the most popular one because I believe Jeff Hardy has sold more merchandise and has had more highlights from his career than Matt Hardy. Now,
He's definitely had the coolest gimmicks.
yeah,
Version one, that was man. Version one, Matt Hardy was awesome. Remember-
he but Jeff Hardy's put on some of the most memorable moments in WWE in wrestling history. But one of the things that did stand out with Matt Hardy is Matt Hardy and Edge's story, their feud. That was one of the
yeah,
best feuds in WWE history.
yeah, because it was legit. It was like 100%
Yeah,
real. It was not really a. It wasn't
that was
fake. It
on
was real.
that was on TMZ. Like I
Yeah,
remember Lita was on there and Matt Hardy called in or something. Then he,
yeah. Bite this. I remember that. It was
yeah,
bite this. And yeah, I totally remember that. And Matt pretty much broadcast the whole thing all over Bite This, and Lita jumped back right on the same bandwagon. She didn't care. She was like, "Fine, you want to talk about this? We'll talk about that." I was like, "Oh shit! I don't think us as fans are supposed to know this, but I'm interested." And that's like one of the first. I think for a lot of fans, that's when they realize that. Wait a second, I think this is real. It's not
yeah.
fake. It's not part of a storyline. Like there's really some heat right there. They're really pissed off at each other.
See, someone went to a convention and they wanted to get like all three of them were at the convention together, but they wanted a picture with them all together. They wanted Matt Hardy, Edge, and Matt Hardy, Edge, and Lita all in a picture together. That's not gonna happen.
That's never gonna happen.
If you get that, you're gonna be paying. I don't even see them even agreeing to do that. That's just a lot of egos, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean they'll be on the same show. They'll probably be on the same show, but they won't have anything to do with each other.
yeah, like they were at the convention, like they were not even around each other. So, and he was talking to different people and seeing if he could put them together. I don't know if he ever did it or not, but I know we got Matt Hardy looking around for Edge, and, like he was really going to do it, but
I mean, but
I,
in the whole thing of it all, I mean, Edge was the asshole. Edge was like the real life heel in that you know in that way of looking at things. But I mean, a lot of time has passed. I'm not sure if they've buried the hatchet or not. I don't know how they're doing. I'm not sure how they get along or what.
I wouldn't even if I was
But yeah, that was like one of the stories in wrestling that was like 100% real.
I wouldn't have even chanced to that because then you're in the process of causing something to go down at a convention,
I
and,
mean,
and,
like,
and if
we
they did,
gotta you gotta get that on camera.
yeah, I would have. Yeah, that I don't know how that would have worked. I don't even know if Matt Hardy and Lita's ever. I don't know if they ever buried that or not. That like that's the dark side of the ring right there.
Yeah. You see, Sister Sherry pulls out a picture of her and the Colonel. Notice where she pulls the picture from.
Yeah,
She get the picture. She took the pictures out of her panties. What are they doing there? I don't know. I didn't write the story. They're there.
but they had a lot. They kept that feud going good. Like after that feud, it was Edge and John Cena, but they had a steel cage match, a SummerSlam match. I remember a lot of that feud.
See, that crowd's hanging in there with them too.
Yeah.
What was Lex Luger trying to do? What the hell was Lex Luger trying to do right there?
Scissors kick. If the night's
Oh,
Bobby Lashley versus Champa. If Champa wins tonight, then
it's for the title.
yeah, the United States title. If Champa wins, Triple H is fully going to be pushing him to a top star in the company.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Or is Johnny Gargano going to cost Bobby Lashley?
Now well, that's also something to think about too. If Johnny Gargano costs him the match instead of
Or,
helping.
or yeah, he could help Champa, but it could go the other way around because
Yeah,
they feuded together, they teamed together, they've done everything, and that I think they wore that out towards the end. And they stopped doing that. They went their separate
yeah,
ways. But now that they haven't, Gargano's left WWE for a while, and they haven't really done anything. So maybe that.
hmm.
But I like to see DIY and as a tag team running against the Usos.
Yeah. That'll be great to see them break the Usos streak. That'll be dope to watch.
Have Champa as U.S. champion and tag champion.
Yep. Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, who's that? Booker T. I never seen Booker T do a move like that until now.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
He missed, but I never seen him do something like that. I don't think he's used to doing that because I think he hurt his back by doing that.
Probably.
Hot tag by Sting. Sting's hot tags are the best.
That crowd's going nuts now, though.
Stinger splash. That's Sting with the win, the roll up.
Yep. All hell's breaking loose.
Yeah, I think this is when the Yeti comes out.
No, that's not until the pay per view. I don't think.
Yeah, yeah, it might be at the pay per view, but I know that happens. Hogan.
And then Luger, we all see his true colors too. Watch, you'll see.
Just stand in the middle of the ring. Or it doesn't take that long though. Oh,
Oh yeah, that's when he pops out.
again, he's gonna
It's like the very last second of the show. And then I remember at the pay per view, he hugs Hulk Hogan to death. Damn, man. I'll tell you, that's entertaining shit, though. I mean, you go back and look at the past and how cool it actually was. Getting to watch people like Flying Brian Pillman right at the peak of the loose cannon, heel turn.
Yeah.
Ugh, had a great time. That was awesome. And like the way they sold that was like it was a huge deal, but I mean, and you look at it, it looks nothing like a yeti. It looks like, if anything, it was like a mummy.
Man, fixing
Uh,
at the last minute now, I ain't gonna see it.
exactly. You barely even got to see it, but there you go. That's old school WCW for you.
That was pointless even doing that on TV. Just for a few seconds.
Right? They could have did that at Halloween Havoc.
They just saved it for that.
Right? Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty much it for the WCW Nitro episode 7 and 8 review. Um, I prefer episode 1 a little bit better. Well, not 1, but the first episode that we reacted to.
Hmm.
But they
Yeah,
both
that was
were.
that was a better episode. Yeah.
But yeah, next Monday we'll be doing the Halloween Havoc reaction because that's the
Yeah.
next thing in line.
95, which I think they have one of the better stages out of any stage in wrestling.
But yeah, I will be back Wednesday for Dynamite, Thursday to review, and Friday for Rampage. Uh, Make sure to follow the All Elite Zone across social media, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. And yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday for Dynamite.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Peace.